They'll be calling you a radical. Kevin Blanchard's got a whole bunch of breaking news, and as I told you guys, from now on I'm going to start to do stuff for the kids. Now when I do these videos, I'm going to tag them for kids or not for kids. This is, you know, not for kids, but they probably should watch it. Now they moved the doomsday clock today. I'm the reason that they don't do the grandstand presentation, because I threatened to crash that party. They don't want it. They had Allison McFarland, of all people, 2 years ago. Yesterday, this year, well, I got news that already struck midnight. But the bigger news, I reported right here, the second that it happened, that in this exact spot, when they reported that the salt truck blew up at W.I.P.P. And I says, they're lying, they're lying, they're lying, they're lying, they're lying. Well, I'm reporting right here now, it's being reported today, that a ceiling has collapsed at W.I.P.P. And they're saying it's in the already contaminated area. It's a big story, very big story. And here's what makes it even bigger. I got a call from Surprise, Arizona. You know, the Super Bowl's coming up, and it was reported on local NPR in Phoenix, Arizona, in that area today, that they're doing low flyovers, and people have confirmed this to me, and they're gathering radiation background levels. And it's not just happening right there. They're gathering radiation background levels all over. Very, very big deal. And you're saying, why would they be doing that right there? They're doing it everywhere. You know, is it Homeland Security prevent? Oh, no. Oh, no. It alarms me big time, because we know Fukushima is ongoing. They do not have it under control. It's not under control. And I'll be in New York for Helen Caldicott's symposium, and you know, I'm going to do a little protest in front of the Metropolitan. And you know, I talked about my protest in front of the Metropolitan, but I didn't even know till yesterday that Jackson Pollock himself protested the Metropolitan at least twice. So it'll be exciting, but this is a big story. And I also want to talk about Stars and Stripes. Came out. Now, I'm blown away at Stars and Stripes. I'm appalled by them. When I was protesting at the U.S.S. Reagan hearing, you know, those kids are dying, by the way. I want people in the Navy, in the Marines. I grew up in that culture. My father's Special Forces Marine. Marines and Navy, boy, they stuck up for each other. Apparently, that code's been broken. Because Stars and Stripes sure doesn't stick up for them. I'm disgusted with Stars and Stripes. You know, these kids are dying. They were sent in. You know, and I know why they were sent in, but you can argue that all the way. But the facts are the fact that there's a lawsuit that these, you know, Cooper and a lot of them, there's several of them that have died. There's 1,123 that are sick and dying. You know, probably tens of thousands, because there are 800,000 personnel. Now, Janice, I'm so pleased with her. She opened it up. It's to the lawsuit, let the lawsuit go forward. TEPCO tried to stop it. She opened it up against General Electric, and I want to know, I'm standing in General Electric's house right now. Oh boy, oh boy. And so the debt clock, or excuse me, the doomsday clock, debt clock, there's a Freudian slip. I've stood right there and done videos too. That's 18 months. But the doomsday clock, it struck midnight. I got news for you. It struck midnight on 3/11/11. You know, you're still waiting. You know, I'm going to do my walk from Diablo Canyon up the coast, and I'm changing my style, my videos, so the kids can watch them with me. But this is a big deal at W.I.P.P. Ceilings collapsed. Very scary. Doing low level in the same area. You know, W.I.P.P's not very far from where the Super Bowl is going to be, and they're flying over and gathering, and it was been reported, and I've got the links, and I'll put all the links in there. Stars and Stripes comes out and says, oh, the rumors in Fukushima, Japan, the rumors of radiation. So they're already going on the side of General Electric and TEPCO. So apparently the mouthpiece for the United States military is on the size of General Electric. I didn't know the military was General Electric. How, they don't support their own troops, and all you people driving around with your yellow ribbons. I was the only one protesting there in 2013. Only one. You know, I was there last summer. It's Lori and I, Libby, Nuclear Hot Seat, she does great work. You know, she was there, and, you know, Bill, and then Tom come down. We stood there protesting. The SWAT team they got called on me. And I had my permit. By the way, I've got the only permit. What an incredible historical document that's going to be. Jason gave it to me. He's great, by the way, at the Edward Swartz Book. These guys that didn't grow up in there, oh, you can't protest. And I says, why I can. I'm on the people's property. And I did get a permit, and I did it right. And, you know, we spun our wheel of misfortune, and we did everything that we did. And I was down there for, 2 years off and on, but the head of the SWAT, I'm ex-Navy. Those kids knew what knew what they were getting into. Nobody knew what they were getting into going into, well, the Navy knew. General Electric knew. TEPCO knew, and I could prove that they know. The Situation Room knew. John Holdren knew. The Navy knew. The Marines, the Joint Chiefs, because I know what went on in the Situation Room. They knew. You know how radiated those kids got? They had a Little League football camp on the u.s.s. Reagan. Oh yeah, and I got news for you. The Chargers practice on it. I reported that. They had a sleepover Little League football camp. Now they've switched the George Washington and the Reagan, and I'll be there for the whole thing. But I'm gonna do my walk from Diablo Canyon, you know, up the coast to that beautiful part of California. San Diegans, and have I given up? There are no San Diegans left, as I reported the last San Diegan. Disturbing. Dead sea lions all over, dead squid all over, dead anything. They don't seem to be concerned. Pacific Ocean, oh well, you know, let's sushi up. Ain't gonna be no sushi pretty quick, the way it's going. You know, is it gonna kill the whole ocean? Absolutely not. You're no match for Pacific Ocean. But she's gonna retaliate, and I tell you what, but you're no match for nuclear fallout and radiation. It kills you, it gives you cancer, and you die. Yeah, I've been fighting for my life, and so I'll tag these videos for the kids or not for the kids, but this is a big story at W.I.P.P. And then they're doing the flyovers, and they're doing them. I mean, I'm getting lots of reports. What is up? What's up? And we know right after W.I.P.P. happened, they said this happened the 15th. I've been watching the sites. That whole area lit up and spiked. W.I.P.P.'s had another accident. It's had another accident. That's a catastrophe. You know, yuck them out. And I guess the only answer is shoot it into space. You know, because they don't have any answer for the waste, and they'll never have an answer for waste, so they store it, kick it, freaking make nuclear bombs out of it. And by the way, I'm hoping to see Megan Rice while I'm in New York. I've been going through the paperwork, and you know, the u.s.s. Marshal's office blocks me every time I get close. Can't even want to get my letters get to her. You know, by the way, it was reported, oh, her squad, she's in much better facility than she was when she was in Georgia. She was held for a year and a half before she even got to sentencing. I was at sentencing. It was horrible what they did to her. She almost killed her, and I think she's much more comfortable place, you know, right there on Atlantic Avenue. I've been to her cell 3 times, by the way, and so I'll go again. So, but we've got another accident going on at W.I.P.P., and they set the doomsday clock. What a timely coincidence. So they moved the doomsday clock again today at the University of Chicago. They won't have their grandstand because I keep threatening to crash it. And to my friend Carol Gallagher, I hope you recover well. I hope everything's going okay. She's had surgery, American Ground Zero, but the doomsday clock hit midnight on 3/11/11. Stand tuned.